kind of muscles you have? No. Bro, what kind of patterns you have? Or is it just aesthetics?
Hello everybody, welcome back to Training Every Single Day. Today I started to get into some tumbling, and I eventually did a back flip kind of movement, back handspring after the round off here. The round off is the cartwheel into the jump, which I'm trying to get down. I feel once I get this down more consistently, it can help me get a forwards momentum flip, which I'm not having yet. The back flip is kind of like on the spot, or maybe even a little bit backwards if you want it to be. So I kind of want this forwards kind of moving flip, and that's why I'm training round offs and a little bit of tumbling, because it's just cool. Doing some free expression movements, acrobatics, and then I get inside to do some hanging. Hanging's very important, along with spinal waves, along with squatting, along with juggling. And juggling doesn't have to be 3 balls. It's just your ability to throw something and your ability to catch, hand-eye coordination, ability to track objects through space. Your brain has a very large amount of storage dedicated to understanding physics, like how to throw things. One of the few things that humans are better at than every other animal. We can throw things. No other animal can do that. And it's one of the things that make us so human. So give juggling a try. Even with one object, you can still throw, you can still catch, learn that hand-eye coordination. More hanging. Hanging's very good movement. Keeps the spine aligned like a chiropractor. It helps build grip strength, helps the shoulders, and it takes some weight off of the lower body. You normally have lower body weight the whole time, all day long. This helps decompress everything. Get some forces from a different angle, because most of the time your feet are supporting yourself and gravity pulls you down. But this way, gravity's stretching you out from the spine. So you really want to learn to control the spine in this movement, and that will give you a lot of benefits. I like doing it at this tree here because I also get to work a little bit of jumping. And I get outside where bare feet outside, you get some grounding benefits, health benefits, your microbiome gets worked getting outside. And it's really good inspiration and relaxing for your mood. So get outside, touch some grass. And I'm back out here doing some more tumbling. If you're gonna work some juggling, please let me know in the comments how it goes. You can just throw one object in there, learn how to catch it, work that hand-eye coordination. So many brain benefits, so many focus benefits, so many memory benefits using the body like that. And it's really one of the things that, like I said, makes us human. So just give it a try. Let me know how it goes in the comments. And get active. I often see so many people live a sedentary lifestyle and then supplement that with a few hours of bodybuilding, hypertrophy style training. And I really think that those two things are a combination for really bad injuries to come. And I'll talk about that a little bit more later. A good amount of training done past couple days and today, of course. Looking in the camera, I think I'm going to cut my hair tomorrow, so you'll be looking forward to see that. Also, only thing I'm going to do for today, some stretching before I go to bed, then wake up in the morning tomorrow, cut my hair, and then get ready for the next day of training. So you'll probably see the stretching here, stretch at night, best time to stretch. Get on the floor. I spend a lot of time on the floor today doing stretching, mobility work, or just being on the floor builds a lot of mobility and stretching and strength in the joints and the ligaments. So really give it a try. Get onto the floor and learn how to get comfortable, and just learn how it naturally stretches you out so you can get comfortable. So you'll see some stretching, and leave a like, comment, subscribe. Here's the stretching as promised. But I was getting into that you need to I really would recommend against living a sedentary lifestyle and then doing bodybuilding style training. Unless you're very advanced with knowledge on how to do it with proper mobility building techniques, most of the time you'll end up building a weak link in your body. Unless you're like very knowledgeable on the subject, which I really doubt you are, or you have a really good coach, which if you have one of those two things, you can do it and you won't really need to listen to this part of advice. But for everybody else who trains on their own, just trying to stay healthy, you want to live actively throughout the day. And bodybuilding style workouts, hypertrophy workouts for intermediates and novice trainees, you are really going to manufacture weak parts in your body. You're going to manufacture tightness, movement pattern. You're going to develop really bad movement patterns, and you'll be stuck in them because you're not challenging the patterns of movement that you get into. A lot of the people at the gym, they're so tight and they're so stiff, and they'll overtrain. They'll get the muscles real nice and big, but their quality of movement is so poor. I know that like being really huge and taking like anabolics doesn't necessarily make you a poor mover, but I have never met in my life someone who is very muscular, very muscle bound, and also doesn't have really terrible movements. People who spend all their time getting huge have really poor movement quality, very poor, very weak links in their body that, will be exploited by somewhere. Some force in the world will exploit those weak links, and they will often face the consequences. The muscles are good. The tendons aren't that good. The joints aren't that good. The quality and the movement patterns that they do are not that good. That's why I always try, every day in my training, I'm focusing on the quality of movement, different movement patterns, learning the patterns, learning balance, if you can move every part of your body, if you can engage every muscle, you'll never have a weak link. Anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Take care of yourself and take care of others.